An incremental development approach is a change-driven approach. It develops the deliverable over a series of increments that successively add features until the optimal deliverable is created. In this development approach, the final project deliverable is divided into features or parts referred to as the increments. The product is enhanced step by step with the completion of each increment. For example, if we are talking about an office software development project, the ability to export a document may be a product increment. The ability to import custom fonts may be another product increment. As a new product increment is created, it will build on the previous software version. With the completion of one increment, the project team starts working on the next increment with the highest priority, and the product will be continually improved until the optimal product is created. The incremental development approach is designed for multiple product releases that allow for early value realization. This is unlike the predictive approach, in which there is typically a single delivery of the final product at the end of the project. Note that it is possible to add a set of features in increments in a software development project. It is something doable. If you have the chance to build step by step, why not go for it? After releasing a basic version of the software, the team can work on additional features in the next increment to build a more advanced version. This way, the developer can sell the basic version to generate revenue. Additionally, the developer can collect feedback from users along the way to shape the product's future. The speed and frequency of product releases can be optimized according to business conditions. However, this approach would not result in early value realization in a building construction project. Obviously, a building will not be in a usable state during construction and will not provide any business value until it is completely built. However, if a construction project involves constructing multiple buildings, the project can progress incrementally by constructing the buildings one by one if resources or budget are limited. The predictive approach can be used for the construction of each building, while an incremental approach is used for the overall project. Based on the project, multiple deliveries may also be made in projects using other development approaches, such as incremental, iterative, or agile. To illustrate a project using the incremental development approach, imagine that a project team is developing a project management software. The project team will release the basic version of the software with limited functionality first, and then add and release more advanced features one by one as the project progresses. In this scenario, the feature or features planned to be added to the software will be the next product increment. As one increment is complete, the project team starts working on the next increment, and the product is developed over a series of incremental steps illustrated as follows. If we look at the typical life cycle of a project using the incremental approach, we can see that the same project phases repeat in each increment. Following is a sample project lifecycle using the incremental approach. It is essential to know that incremental and iterative development approaches are complementary to each other. Based on project needs, the project teams can choose to complete several iterations to complete a product increment. The incremental development approach is a change-driven approach and is flexible. A product feature planned to be completed in the next increment may easily be canceled or modified based on the feedback received from customers or sponsors. With this flexible nature, the direction of product development can easily adapt to the latest project and/or market conditions. When using the incremental approach, it is important not to lose sight of the big picture. Focus on the future of the product as well as on the next increment. As ongoing work is subject to changes in the incremental approach, the project plans, schedules, and costs will need to be revised accordingly. The scope and requirements of the increments will be detailed in a just-in-time fashion to ensure that each incremental step to be worked on has all the necessary details. Future increments will not be as detailed as they may be changed or even canceled as the project progresses. Collecting frequent feedback is an essential aspect of all change-driven development approaches because of the unknowns in the project's future. Since the direction of the project can change with each increment, key project stakeholders need to be regularly involved in projects using the incremental approach. Lastly, let's take a look at the ultimate tips for exam success. The main focus of the incremental development approach is to enable early value realization and shape the future of the project with the feedback received after every increment. For that reason, why waste time in detailing the scope and the requirements of the future increments? Completing the increments that have the highest priority first results in creating more value in less time. In the incremental approach, it is not possible to maximize the value created by the project without the constant collaboration of key stakeholders. Consider a question that asks what the project manager should do if there are unexpected changes in a project using the incremental approach. Due to the change-driven nature of the incremental approach, changes can be easily incorporated at the end of each increment. A serious downside to this is that project costs and schedules will also be subject to change.